divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father, but why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level, maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm a men in them. Enemies, I'm the enema, I'ma cheat on them. Just like my keys, drop my on a dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat a.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find change. My mind frame ensures that forever I'll reign.
Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence if it ain't moving. We making movies, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and their inner-city rivals, the New York Jets. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jones looking to throw right away. Open target here, Darius Slayton. The 30. 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on first down. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake. And he is not going to get the first, but remember, it was only first down, so a bit of an odd play, and it results in second down. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
And look at this. The punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's second down. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this drive will start in enemy territory as that gets out of bounds on this side of the 50.
At the 48-yard line. Let's go now.
Jones on first down. Able to locate his man Slayton on an out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out in the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On third down, here's Hall. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Wilson. And he finds Corey Davis. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And that is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Jets will take over. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Here's a handoff left side to Breida. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. After one, 17-7 is our score. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They run again with Breida, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for them. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that. But I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they'll let it go deep for Cruz. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Now Jones on 3rd down. He's got Slayton on the slant. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
the other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on third down, Jones. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That one goes for 36 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Here's Jones to throw on third down. Got a man, Slayton. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Throwing is Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to look deep for Moore. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. So we've reached halftime with a visiting Giants, I guess you could say, on top of the Jets in this New York rivalry. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Xavier McKinney, and the Giants are going to take possession of the football. And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off play action. Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the
throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Echols. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't fray him. Tackled by Emmanuel Mosley.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Wilson. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Breida, they'll go up the middle. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 26. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Jones now. Off the play fake. Rush coming, and he's taken down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, after that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. It's complete to Cruz. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Matt Breida, 29 yards. And the Giants will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point try good by Gano. And they open the lead up now to 25. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And some room to work. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
They'll look to run with Hall. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Kenny Young in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot. They dialed up the pressure and got to him.
And he'll get it only to about the 3 and no further as they stop him. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground with Breida. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Jermaine Johnson there to bring him down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. He'll take it at the 42. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though. Probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about